All right, guys, let's check out a new Seiko. Wait, it's not a new Seiko. This is an old Seiko. Actually, I did a video on the JDM variant of this model about 2 years ago. So this is the US model, or the one that was outside of the Japanese domestic market model. This one is the spb071, and it is the, I think, what were we calling this? Like the 63 MAS, because it's larger than the 62, but it looks similar to that. And it's in the Padi variant, which is not a limited edition, it's a special edition. So, and from my experience, sometimes the special edition end up being more collectible than even the limited edition. For some weird reason, sometimes they pop on, and they'll, from what I understand, the special edition are only made for that year. I could be wrong in this, but everybody that I've talked to and what I've noticed throughout the years of collecting is for Seiko Special Edition, usually they come on and they're for a segment of time, whether it's 6 months or a year, and then they're gone. So they're not limited, so they don't make a limited number of them. They just only make them in a time frame. Anyway, guys, let's get into this guy. Here's the hang tag real quick, in case you're curious for that. SPB071 had a retail price of $850 when it was released. 200 meter water depth, sapphire crystal, screw down caseback, Lume bright hands, all that stuff. And it's using the caliber 6R15, which has a 50-hour power reserve and is just a really good movement, three-handed with a date, in this case at 3 o'clock position. So case size on this, 43 millimeter. Lug to lug, you can see nice brushed side profile there that kind of angles down, has drilled lug holes, is 49.75, so just shy of that 50 millimeter. So for all intents and purposes, we're looking at a 43 by 50 millimeter platform here with a thickness of about 14 millimeter. So being that it's a little bit thicker, it's not like a lot thicker than, say, like an SKX is 13.5. This one's 14, but it's spread out through a larger footprint, so it balances out. Still really good on wrist, and I'll show you that in a moment. 20 millimeter lug width here. Came on these silicone straps with the metal keeper, which I hate. It's fine, but I don't like them. And a nice hardware there. Now, David, who sent this in, big thanks to Dave for letting me check this out, also purchased the bracelet that fits this watch. It didn't come with a bracelet, this particular model. Are we not focusing? Why are we not focusing here? So that was an added expense. I think he said he paid like $125 extra for the bracelet, and it's nice to have it as basically a full kit, because that wasn't available with it. And I will put it on and show you the bracelet on this watch as well towards the end of the video. 7 millimeter screw down crown, and then here is a look at the case back. If we zoom in, you will see it says Special Edition. And the other information, the sapphire, the movement, 200 meter. And then, of course, you have your serial number, which with Seiko we do not need to hide. We flip it over, and as we're transitioning, you'll see basically like almost like an anodized or PVD coated type metal coin edge bezel, which is awesome. And then you have the bezel insert, which is, I believe, black. It's hard to see when you have so much black and blue on a watch, but I don't think that's ceramic. It looks a lot like ceramic, and most of us are going to think it's ceramic, and it also holds up pretty close to ceramic, but I'm pretty sure Seiko uses like a steel, and then they like do this crazy coating on it or something. Gives it that gloss look. It really does look like ceramic, but I don't think it is, guys. Otherwise, it would say it, I think, somewhere. But check out the wave pattern on that dial. It's very mesmerizing, and that blue is probably one of the most stunning blue on a Seiko dial that I've seen. And I love that it transitions into basically the deep darkness, and they capture that look. When you get full light on it like that, it doesn't look as mesmerizing. But man, when you get it just right in the light, I mean, that thing is just beautiful, and you really understand what they were trying to capture with this dial. You have the red framed minute hand, a large broad arrow hour hand, and then you have a thin profiled second hand with a lumed lollipop. Nicely done indexes, and when we do the lume shot, you're going to see, like most Seiko Padis, I think all Seiko Padi watches, you're going to have 2 color application of lume. You're going to have a green and a blue, and beyond the fact that the Padi watches are typically special or limited edition, I think most of them are special edition, the fact that they do the 2-color lume is just awesome. And then they usually have really good dials. 120 click bezel on this. Very easy to grip on this bezel. Nice, sharp, easy traction bezel edge. There you go. All right, let's zoom back out. Here we go. I'll do a wrist shot on the silicone, and then I'll do a wrist shot with the bracelet, and then we will do the lume shot at the end. So yeah, retail on it was $850. What are they going for now? Well, the prices are kind of all over the place depending on the condition. Here it is on my 7 1/4, borderline 7 1/8 inch wrist. Looks, feels, wears great, guys. So current market prices, like I said, are all over the place, excuse me, ranging from about $600 to $800. And you know, with the bracelet on here, it's going to be an extra cost for sure. So here it is on bracelet, which is how I would wear it. Now I would change the position of this. This is where David had it. I would move this. I find if I move this diver extension closer to over here, I find it more comfortable. So I would just take a link over here and put it over here. And then I think the positioning of it would be better for me personally. But man, it looks great on metal as well. I like the light play that this bracelet provides. All right, let's kill the lights and check the lume out on this guy now. I don't even need to cheat. I think with Seiko, the studio lights is plenty. And there you go. You get a clear look at that dual color lumed. So you got the blue at the 12, the 6, the 9, I believe the pip, which I knocked out a line, and then the minute hand is also blue. Everything else is green. I love it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.